I'm so done watching you put yourself last, not believing in yourself, often even without realizing it. We assume we love ourselves simply because we are ourselves. We think we have a relationship with ourselves just because we spend time alone, chasing our goals and doing what needs to be done. But here's the truth. You don't truly have a relationship with yourself until you consciously decide to build one. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to break down the mindset shifts, daily habits, and intentional practices that will help you to nurture and strengthen the connection with yourself so you can fully step into your best self. Get super comfortable, grab your drink, babe, because we're diving into feminine energy work and inner work, where to begin and how to navigate your journey. Let's start by defining what inner work actually means. Different people have different interpretations, so I want to share with you how my process has been like, how I've done my own inner work, and what I include in my inner work process. Here are today's video timestamps. Let's dive in. Inner work is about deconstructing your stored emotions, belief systems, blind spots, and mental filters. It's peeling back the layers of conditioning that we absorbed as children. So think about human babies. We come into this world with basic instincts like sucking for nourishment and crying when we need something. But beyond that, so much of what we believe and how we perceive the world comes from our environment. A baby raised in a desert culture will adapt to that world, just as a baby raised in a rainforest will absorb the norms of that environment. Our brains between birth and the age of 6 or 7 years old are in highly absorbment, so almost as a hypnotic state. This is where children are often described as sponges. Because of this, anything that we experience, whether positive or negative, gets imprinted deeply into our subconscious. Maybe your parents were always busy and you internalized that as "I'm not worthy of attention," or maybe you had a teacher who made a passing comment about your abilities, and that turned into a lifelong struggle of self-doubt. And even if you didn't experience major trauma, the little things can pile up over time, shaping how you see the world and how you see yourself. So if you're wondering whether you need inner work, look at your life, your financial situation, relationships, emotional resilience, self-esteem. These all reflect the subconscious belief you've carried since childhood. If everything is perfect and effortless, maybe you've done the work already. But for most of us, there's always something to unpack. For example, I used to struggle with deep-seated anxiety, which were a regular part of my life until I started peeling back the layers and addressing the root cause. Or for someone, feeling invisible at times as a child, and that could be simply because a sibling was favored in certain situations. These experiences, seemingly small at the time, can grow into major subconscious patterns that affect our confidence, our relationships, and even our ability to receive abundance. Inner work is a deconstruction process. The things you struggle with externally, self-worth, relationships, financial blocks, are clues that point to internal programming. The goal is to identify these patterns, release them, and replace them with healthier beliefs. But here's something crucial. Consuming information, whether that is through listening or through watching, is not inner work. Watching videos, reading books, and gaining knowledge is helpful, but it doesn't heal you. That would be like, for example, expecting a virus on a computer to delete itself just because you understand it. And I learned this firsthand when I thought I had completely healed from past experiences, including childhood trauma. I convinced myself I had to move on until I had a mentor challenge me to go deeper. And that's the moment that I truly faced it, and the transformation was undeniable. And I want to talk a little bit about distractions. The brain doesn't always cooperate with inner work. It wants to protect you from painful memories, so it will throw distractions your way. So has it ever happened when you're trying to do the inner work, if you're doing a project, if you're studying for a test, suddenly your brain tells you have the urge to clean the house, binge watch a show, or over-analyzing a coach's words just as you were about to face something uncomfortable? That's your brain resisting. And a classic example that I see with students is asking endless questions, avoiding to do the actual work. An example, I remember I had a student bring a full list of challenges and doubts. But the real issue was that they were afraid to sit with their emotions. This resistance is normal, but pushing through it is where true healing begins. Now, here's a common question that often arises. How do I know if my inner work is working? And here's how you're going to know. Your anxiety and panic attacks decrease. An example, my anxiety diminished over time. You feel a sense of calm and happiness in your daily life. Your self-love deepens and your body image improves. your relationships shift. You attract healthier dynamics and feel less triggered. You react less emotionally to situations that once upset you. For me, triggers are now rare. And when I do get triggered, I see this as an opportunity. Instead of getting frustrated, I say, okay, there's still something here to explore. So I want to share something with you that really resonated with me at that time in the beginning of my journey. And that is the slower you go, the faster you heal. If you rush through the inner work just to get over it, that's likely that your ego is resisting. But if you take your time, allow yourself to feel, process, and release, that's where the real transformation happens. And here's the different layers of inner work. Inner work isn't just about trauma. It applies to different areas of life. Money mindset, relationships, health. So with money mindset, if you work on your subconscious belief about money, your financial situation shifts. And with relationships, if you heal past wounds, you attract healthier connections. With health, if you address emotional blocks, your physical well-being improves. I always recommend starting with foundational work, like subconscious reprogramming, meditation, and manifestation. That's why I have created and bundled it all together in one location with the Goddess Abundance Reset Program. It takes you through the full journey, step by step. This program is the most powerful offering because it combines science, deep healing, and practical steps to release and rewire. Inner work is a lifelong process, but it's also incredibly rewarding. The more you release, the lighter and freer you feel. So just picture this when you were in early childhood and going to elementary school and you had to carry several books in your backpack, and just picture yourself carrying that same backpack since childhood to whatever age that you currently are. So I want to remind you, now is the time to take it off and step into who you were meant to be. If you're ready to begin, all of the information is linked down below. I have all my programs on a special flash sale right now. Spring is the perfect time for renewal, and I want to support you in your transformation. Check out the description down below. And as always, thank you for being here and reaching to this point of this video. I love connecting with you, and if you have any other video suggestions, drop them down below. See you on the next one. Bye!